What is up, and welcome, United Rogue Overwatch, to our first Ruby game of Season 10. I am joined with the one-trick drunk rat player, aka Himbo Slice, aka the 6'4" power lifter, aka the Miami GM, OG Buns himself. What is up?
What is up? And I'm excited, man. This first, I don't know if it's the first Ruby match actually, but this Ruby match between Philadelphia and Pitt is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, I'm looking to see these crazy matchups between Lemon and Jake, both console demons in their own respects. We have Adbon on that tank, and Parasite, somebody who is new to Ruby, not new to UR Overwatch on Pit. That's going to be exciting for them to finally spawn in some crazy matches. And I think it's going to be a really good matchup, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you guys watched the season 1 or the season 10 first overcast here, we got Pitt versus Philly as two of our head-to-heads for the players that you should be watching. We got, like OG Buns mentioned, Lemon and Jake from Pitt and Philly, respectively. And we also got Parasite versus Taco here. We're excited to see how this matchup goes. But we're about to get into this game sometime soon. I have to pull it up on my main monitor here. But who do you think has this game in the bag, Buns? And why do you think that?
Honestly, if I had to guess, I'm taking Philly, but can't take anything away from Lemon. I mean, the guy's nasty, ranked #1 DPS on console. Absolutely insane player, but it takes a whole team, right? And I think he's got a solid foundation around him. But just looking at the names from Philly, I think it's going to be close, but I would take them probably 3-1. And we are.
All right, so it looks like we are getting our bans and our map picks in. We're going to have Nepal with Philadelphia Plague banning Lucio and Pittsburgh Phantoms banning Zarya here. But yeah, I agree with you, Buns. I want to say that Philly is on top, but I will say I won't be surprised if Pittsburgh gets a nice little upset here, taking a couple maps or maybe even the series over Philly. So we'll just have to go and find out as we get into our first game.
And that we
Is this
will.
the map that they picked? Was I just dumb?
This is Lijiang Tower. Mayhaps not Nepal.
Yeah, as we see it. Looks like we're about to go back to the lobby here. We accidentally loaded on to the wrong map. First season jitters. There we go. Now on to Nepal. Let's see how this game goes as the teams start to get their heroes selected.
Yeah, I mean, we are finally on the right map. We're gonna have. I don't remember what this one's called. Is this? This isn't Sanctuary, is it? Is it Sanctuary? No, it's not Sanctuary. I'm thinking Busan. Guys, ignore me, okay?
Yeah,
we're gonna be
I don't know any of the
Sierra.
sub-map names. Ooh, foliage
Sierra
on
foliage.
the Sierra there. I like that. I like that.
Me too.
Adbon running the tank on Diva. And yeah, got a few seconds before these doors open. Looks like we got Pittsburgh about to get a TP strat out. Getting to that point first.
TP strat does pay dividends. We do have a Ramatra and a Maga coming out of Adbon. We do have a Bastion as well from Jake. Hitting this right side, looking to take some space over here while, as I say that, foliage as well, just pumping in so much damage. I feel like with Sierra, just having this new hero, if you can hit that tracker, you can do crazy things. But Lemon able to find that first pick on a foliage.
Yeah, seems like Pittsburgh is taking the win on this fight here as they get the first cap of the point. Philadelphia needing to regroup, run back. Pittsburgh's trying not to let them do that. Getting a few picks here and there still.
Yeah, I mean, Lemon's just finding picks left and right. Already starting out the gate swinging for no start from him. Continuing to poke, but they do end up backing up. They have control of this initial point on Nepal.
Not so fast.
And so far, so good from Pitt. They are going to make me eat my words, honestly, with the way they're going. But Jake finally able to find a kill here. And now
getting
Advon's
Lemon
looking to
too.
take space. Yeah.
Lemon is a crucial pick there. As we saw, Lemon caught a ton of the kills earlier. So getting them out of the way was necessary for a nice advance here. Getting into the point. Looks like Philadelphia's starting to take some space. Pittsburgh not particularly liking that though.
Yeah, Advon able to take out Parasite there. And Kiri cleans up there for Philly. Able to find 3 team kill out. Now
Might be a bit rough, but gives Pittsburgh a chance to regroup and come back as a team. We're going to start to see some ults coming up this fight, most likely. At least 4 on the board here, ready to be activated.
hey, you got that. You got the rally. Bastional is going to come out pretty early. Just trying to halt this push, get some more time here. We do see Rock Unit come out as well. 2 ults expended for the side of Philly. We do have the overclock coming out from Lemon as well. Can he find anything? Jake able to take out Juno in the process. Looks like a huge Q fight. Everybody is popping. We have Rush and both.
Oh my god, Advon taking out 3.
Yeah, Advon going big there. That Kitsune with the Annihilation, absolutely insane. And now Philly taking that lead here on this first point of Nepal.
Like I said, huge Q fest. Almost everyone popping their ult there. We got Pittsburgh still with 2 ults remaining. You can see how they use it as we're starting to approach the last 1 or 2 fights of this point.
Yeah. We're also going to have the Ilario, which there's no cleanse for the side of Pittsburgh, so this could be big. And it's look, as I say it, it does get popped. Looking to find Juno in the back. Is able to clean that one up. That is 1 pick. That's massive. That's going to be Ray gone for the moment. Only 10% remaining on this point for Philly. They clean up, and round number 1 of the Philadelphia Plague.
Pittsburgh's got to get a touch here.
Oh, wait,
They're
touch
Genji getting onto the point here. Now, Genji is one of the people they
Cat
didn't
comes
want
out
to
as
use,
well.
but Jetpack Cat carrying the Orisa here. Juno's ult coming out, but it's not enough to keep them alive. As Philadelphia trying to clean up the last few of these Pittsburgh members. But I have to say, it's pretty much in the bag for them. And they take this first point on Nepal.
Yeah, I mean, once they were able to get a hold on that point, they kept it. I mean, Advon started on that Maga, but swapping to Ramatra was definitely the play, just matching it. And then you did see the cat come out at the end just for the contest. Unfortunately, though, you know, we held on to Blade that whole time for Pitt. You might be able to like to see it get popped in that huge Q fest, or you know, immediately after. But just the early pick coming in, Taco with that Ilario taking out Juno, that was huge. I mean, that kind of almost guaranteed it for Philly there in that first point. So good stuff.
Coming into round 2. This easily my least favorite point on Nepal. But I guess that's more subjective, as we see a lot of these players fairly used to it, getting ready to be able to avoid falling into the abyss there.
Yeah, we do see the Diva coming out from Pitt, and a Sig coming out as well from Advon. But Advon gets taken out pretty early in this fight from Lemon. I see Foliage getting contested in the back as well. Pitt, once again, finding that early progression in these control points, but can they hold it this time around? I mean, they're going to have a bit more of a divey comp with that Juno, Tracer, and Diva. So this could be big for them. They just need to keep this aggression and continue to find those early picks.
Yeah, retention of this point is crucial for them. We saw them take the early lead last point. It was working well for them while they had it. but it only took one team fight to get them all the way down. Never able to push past the wall that is Philadelphia here.
Seeing Advon
trying to rush back in, instantly getting slept, not being able to do much after that, as Pittsburgh's running around cleaning up the stragglers.
I don't think I can say for the side of Philly, Jake's been playing his life very well, but at some point you do got to start trying to take some space here. Already 50% on the board for Pitt, and again, it's just been those early picks for Pittsburgh.
Jake trying to come around, flank a little bit.
Yeah.
Has some nice positioning, trying to get a pick or two out of here. Foliage able to find the enemy tracer here. As ults start to get popped, we got an overclock and a nano boost. As Lemon taking out Taco here.
Lemon able to find two. We do have D.Va out of mech. Advon trying to find something. The pulse bomb gets out as well, but Lemon able to find a third pick, and I mean Philly, they just have no answer here. 7% remaining, 6 now. They finally are able to touch. Advon able to get on that point. Jake able to take out Lemon. A bomb is still in the cards for Femi? I don't know if I'm butchering that. I'm sorry. I'll watch this later.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say Cat Yada. That is their Discord name there.
There you go, Cat Yada. That works. But finally, we see Philadelphia able to get control and flip that point.
It's like roles are reversed, as now it's Philadelphia trying to clean up some of the stragglers here. Cat Yada able to get away with the mech. Regrouping with the team. It looks like we got a flanking tracer over here trying to get some work done. Unfortunately, the entire, almost the entire Pittsburgh team, no, Philadelphia team, I was right, my bad, is waiting up there on the side. Jake taking out both DPS there. They need to retreat.
We see the ult economy on both sides. They're pretty even around the board. You have the Alari ult for the side of Philly, and on the other side you still have that D.Va bomb, probably just using it to get an extra life at this point. And we have Lemon coming up as well on that overclock. That could be big here. Annihilation does come up as well. D.Va is going to go out of her mech. That's going to be bomb wasted. Alari pops the ult on the other end, but not able to find anything. Overclock gets popped as well. We do have the Ramatra ult coming out. Annihilation just to stay alive and get another form. Oli and Jake, though, both able to find some kills and stabilize. All ults popped for the side of Pitt, but they're not able to get a flip here.
Yeah, unfortunately, not able to do what they wanted there. They came close, but unfortunately, not able to get that out. We have one last fight here, as we got Cat Yada trying to push into the point. Fashion ult coming out from Jake. Not getting a ton of damage there. Cat Yada on the point, trying to get a stall here. As the first pick comes from Pittsburgh onto Philly's side, but evens out with a pick returned. Foliage going down, Adbomb going down, and Pittsburgh has the point.
Yeah, pick
objective secured. Good.
Wow, I mean, that was a good drive fight from them. You did see the Bastion ult come out on the initial push, but that D.Va just able to play her life very well. Advon was trying to find that pick, but not able to do so. And then I think the Sombra swap was just enough to get a support out early in that fight, and they were able to capitalize on that.
Pittsburgh tidying it up here as we get to our last point for the map here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Last point,
Philadelphia
Village.
opting for the TP strat as well this time around.
You know, I know you said you hated the last one. This is my least favorite. Okay, this map, I hate it. Terrible. This absolutely frustrating to deal with. You already
will
see
say.
Lemon finding that pylon. But yeah,
Yeah, I will say the opening fight here is usually a pain to get through, but after that, it is a little bit better. As we see now, teams starting to push into the point.
yeah. As a junk aficionado, as you say, junk one trick, whatever you want to call me. That first fight is probably the only thing that I like. Being able to spam in that choke. But after that, yeah, this map can burn for me. But anyways, Lemon able to find a kill before getting traded out by Advon. Nice little trade coming in from DPS. We do see Philly able to find that first bit of progression here on this control point. D.Va able to get away with her life. Suzu does get popped there. And Echo in the backline just trying to be a nuisance. That's going to be Ned. Getting close to that copy. And Jake, with the help of Foley, able to clean up Lemon. Juno goes down as well to Adbon. He's able to clean up the Echo. D.Va almost out of mech. Just D.Va and Kiri left up top. And could be some good staggers if Adbon's able to find anything. And we do have some ults coming up.
I will say they did get away with their life, which they were not looking good there. Staying there, kind of just causing mayhem for almost no reason there, but able to get out of the way. Lanix and Nerb getting some kills here. Lemon taking out Jinsei. They have the advantage now. Hope.
Unable to find an exit, but that's a team kill coming in for the side of Pitt. And only expended the overclock, so not a bad trade-off. 62% progression for the side of Philadelphia as they are looking to push through this main area.
Looks like ults are pretty much even, but Philadelphia is definitely going to need to use some to get into this point here as they all start pushing through main together.
Right side, Kitsune is going to get popped. Maybe an Annihilation coming in as well. Right now, they are just dry fighting it. Nate able to find a big kill onto the Alari, but they're able to flip the point, which is huge. D.Va does get out of mech. Annihilation gets popped. Bomb though.
Bomb finds
able to
foliage.
find one. Wow. Good picks. Copy comes out as well. Who does she end up copying? Bastion. That's going to be big. Advon just stalling for as long as he can. This block. Insane.
And the stall was worth it there, gaining them an extra like 6% on that. Bring them above 80 here. Pittsburgh has a long way to go to catch up. Need to retain this point for as long as they can if they want to win this first map.
And not only that, you force 2 ults, right? But one thing that is a plus for Pitt, they're getting progression right now, and they have both support ults, so this could be big. You do still have that Alari ult.
Kitsune comes out right here.
Yeah, Kitsune does come out, and they're able to find these kills. That's huge. Alari does get popped, but gets taken out. That's a big kill. The Ajax from Alari, unfortunate. And Advon once again just left by his lonesome. Gonna die pretty quick. Ned with this Echo actually putting in work.
Yes, starting to look like he is Philly's biggest threat here, as they're not really able to push back past any of these Echo plus Juno fights here. Bastion ult coming out, hoping to at least get some damage on one of these guys here. Does not look like it did anything, but created some space for them to rush in. As we see, Juno's ult comes out.
Yep. That orbital is going to come out. Lemon does got ult as well. He starts to pop his. Able to find 2, finds the 3rd, and calls game with the overclock. And hit with the... It looked a little slow, honestly. It was closer than I expected on that first point. I thought Philly was going to hold on, but just some solid plays from Pitt. They were able to rally back. Having both of those support ults were honestly massive. You know, having the Ray plus the Kitsune rush and using them perfectly is just great stuff. Advon would play the game here, but
yeah, shout out to Advon. That was a great Ram ult usage there. But Pittsburgh taking map 1 here. Overall, both proving us both wrong. We both thought Philly was going to take away with this one. Buns, what do you think Philly has to do to be able to beat this Pittsburgh roster now?
Well, I'm thinking the Zarya ban was targeted for a reason. I do think Zarya into that comp could pay dividends, especially just the amount of damage that they have on the board. So maybe Advan of the Zarya could go crazy. I do think maybe a swap for the Illari. You did see you saw Pitt running that double flex, and it was working for them. You know, having that pressure from the orbital plus the speed. Obviously, not having the Lucio, that's probably why they ran the Juno. So you will see the Lucio probably map 2, but you know, it worked in their favor. Not having that Lucio and just being able to put in that damage. Also, they need an answer for that Echo.
I agree. I feel like their biggest threat in at least that last point there was the Echo. Not only that, but the Echo kind of being pocketed by the Juno just a little bit. So finding a way to deal with these flyers seems like something that Philadelphia can do. Granted, I'm just an Emerald player, dude. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that seemed to be causing them the most issues from our perspective up here in the booth.
Yeah, I think the Echo was a problem. I also think Lemon just off-angling. He's doing what he always does. Hiding until he can make a play. You saw it there at the end. He got enough full charge to get that overclock and then just call it game. So definitely looking at both of those DPS to really step up here. You know, I called Jake on his survivability. I think going into that second control point, he didn't have any deaths up until the D.Va pushed him out on that right side. I think sometimes he was playing a little bit too passive, and maybe, you know, try to be a bit more aggro on these DPS to, you know, find those picks and help Adbon, because Adbon was getting in there, you know, and I don't remember.
Yeah,
what
Advan usually went in there
on
and
that
kind of
Sierra.
just died on point.
Yeah, and I feel like the Sierra is a good pick, especially, you know, like an Echo if you can hit that tracker dart. But aside from that, Sierra not really doing a whole lot, just kind of being a nuisance damage wise. So maybe swap that out and things could work. It was close either way, but we are going to be looking at this map 2 pick coming in just a moment.
Yeah, keep my eye out on my screen here, waiting for that pick. Where do you think that Philadelphia should go here? Do you know what their map pool is? What their preferred map pool is by chance?
I was just about to say it, Suravasa. Suravasa is a good choice. I know Foliage loves that venture, and I do think that this could be a pretty solid one for them if they can capitalize on these pushes that Advan's doing. I think having that Brawly comp with that Ramantra is going to be good. I mean, even the Zarya, you know, Zarya is going to be in play for the rest of the series for him, unless they decide to ban it. But that's going to be big, and I think having the Lucio as well, having that speed and having that pressure, could be just enough to disrupt this Pit roster. But I mean, I do think this is a must-win map for them.
Indeed. Yeah. In the best of 5 series, it's definitely rough to come back up when you're down 2-0. Not only from like the physical gameplay perspective, but from a morale perspective, right? You're down 2, you know that if you lose one more, it's done, right? So, but then you have to get 3 in a row to get that out. It's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. As we see some of these hero bans come into play, Philadelphia getting out D.Va and Pittsburgh getting out Bastion, not allowing Jake to use Bastion, which I'm pretty sure he was on Bastion pretty much the entire last map, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
so
and
that
I think
is a good pick.
the D.Va's a good choice too. Obviously they did it maybe for Jake to be able to make something happen with that Bastion, but you also have Emre now on the board. Maybe an Emre could be in the cards. Without that Diva, that ult could be massive. On the other side, I mean, Cat could run Sigma, Winston, depending on what they're trying to do with this pressure. I want to see if the Echo's still going to be in play, or if they decide to go something else. But that Echo is so annoying. I feel like that would be huge. But you'd be able to market better with Emre, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know, I always thought of Flashpoint being a lot more about speed than any of the other game modes. So let's see how fast these guys roll out here. We know Lucio's back in play.
Ready for battle.
Seems that both tanks opting to go with the monkey here.
Yeah, Monkey is definitely a good choice. If you don't have that Diva, another solid tank option just to pace. We do have a Tracer coming out as well from Foliage. And as I said, Emre as well for Jake. Another solid hit scan comfort pick from them. And Emre. With Emre with the Nano, especially running the Nano speed perk, could be so annoying. And then Foliage on this Tracer is definitely going to be a problem. We do see Genji and, of course, Sir Legs himself, Mr. Soldier 76, Lemon, so...
First fight territory. Adbon goes down super fast, not getting pretty much any healing, it seems like. Went in there a little bit too deep. Parasite taken down by Taco. As Pittsburgh trying to take as much space as they can get with Adbon being gone.
A huge sleeve coming out from Taco there as well to take out Lemon. So they are going to be able to take some space here. Also, was Parasite in last map? Okay, yeah, Parasite was in last map. I honestly did not. I know I mentioned him, but I didn't. I didn't remember seeing him very often. He is on that Lucio, so they're gonna have that speed for the side of Pit, but you do
Unfortunately,
see
not enough. As Philadelphia cleans up the remaining players on Pit here, getting the point for themselves.
Yeah, nice little progression start for the side of Pit, but I think taking out that soldier early in the back and Taco just being so annoying on this Ana is really paying dividends for the side of Philly. We're going to see the Winston go in for Cat. They're not trying to take this high ground. The Tracer duel coming out in the back as well. And Pit immediately just flipping the map and getting so aggressive here. I think that's really paying off for them. Just the amount of pressure that they're able to do. We are going to see the Emre ult come out, try to put some pressure on the side of Pit.
Taking down the Genji here.
Yeah. That unfortunately gets traded. Lemon able to find two.
Overall, a fairly even fight here. But Philadelphia is currently on the down as Foliage, last one left in this area, trying to keep the point to themselves. Unfortunately not able to do so as they retreat back to the comfort and safety of their tank.
Yeah, Cal was trying to get aggressive on that Tracer and find the kill, but Foliage just able to be annoying enough to find that kill, but we do still see Pit finding a huge control here. Tracer going big for Lemon. It's just Adbon last alive here.
Adbon popping primal, but jumping off the point.
Oh, no.
No.
The C9, not the C9. And the ult gets burned and Pit up 1-0 here in the flashpoint. It was close.
I think they were on the point initially when they popped primal, but the extra Lucio boot from Parasite just helped them push it off just a tiny bit more. Adbon not able to get back on in time, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Pit with a massive ult economy here. We do see the Nano get popped, the only ult that Philly had, but we are going to see two ults in response. The Blade comes out and the Kitsune rush, and they are able to clean up. It was a little bit more expensive, but it works in their favor, and they're able to capture this second point here. Very, very solid stuff coming out of Pit.
Like I was talking about earlier, Flashpoint's all about speed. Being able to get the first capture matters a lot here. Now playing defense for them has been proving to be a lot of a better game than their attack so far.
Well, we are seeing the Reaper come out from foliage. So I think he's tired of this monkey, which I don't blame him.
I don't
Monkeys
either.
on both
I
ends
get
have
that
been a
monkey
problem.
super fast as well.
Yeah, Lucio is going to be taken out there, and Tracer Lemon's going to be here contesting that point. I think the Winston also got slept in the back as well. They do have Primal, but not able to pop in time. Jinsei finding those cleanup kills, taking out Kiri as well. The Maga does come out also, so they are looking to just burn this monkey to the ground.
I do want to point out Nerb is back onto the Echo, which was causing Philadelphia a lot of trouble on their last map. About to see if this is going to matter on this map here.
Yeah, we do still have the Emre, so I feel like Echo could be marked a bit better here, but
Jinsei taking an early pick on the Lemon. Some pretty
Jinsei's
good
been
shots there.
finding some crazy picks on this Kiri, and they have Rush. We're coming up on 3, almost 4 ults now for the side of Philly as they were able to flip that point. And on the other side, I mean, we are about to have the Rush. We still have Primal. We have Beat. It's going to be a huge Q fight coming soon. The Winston does dive in. Suzu out for Jinsei. Winston trying to comply the
Emre's
pressure.
down.
Jinsei able to find a trade. That was huge. But Lemon cleaning up, and the boop comes out from Parasite. It's just going to be Adbon once again by his lonesome. Able to get the OT. And we do see Pitt flipping the point. But still enough time for another fight.
Good for them. The entire lobby has ults now. This fight is going to be the fight to use at least a few of them if Philly wants to take this point here.
Yeah, this could be big. Nano comes
we
in,
see-
and Nano Emre. Definitely something that I was talking about earlier. Can it find anything though? Jake able to
Sounds
find
like-
one.
As we mentioned, the Q Fest is going out. It looks like Philly is on top of this right now. As Cat Yada tries to get in with Primal, doesn't really last more than 5 seconds. Able to hold on to the point, but only just for a little bit longer as Philadelphia flips it and takes the point away.
9 ults, by the way. 9 ults. All 5 coming out from Philly and Pitt. They used 4. They still have that copy, which could be big here. But a good flip once again from Philly to now tie up this control 1-1. Are just now tuning in. Philly is down 0-1 in the series, but it was close, and it's close here as well. Nothing out of what we expected, to be honest. But now heading into this fight, I want to see if this copy is going to be used. Jake, though, able to find a big pick on a Parasite. That's a huge blood.
Huge indeed, as we see Philly. I almost ate my words. I was gonna say they took the first capture, but took them a little while as they stepped off. Pittsburgh trying to rush their way in with a second take from the Echo copy. As we see Foliage trying to come in, kill their backline with the TP. Ult coming out from the copied Malga.
Yeah, and they were able to flip even though they were kind of tied. So that's a good flip. Nice little stall out of them as well. Lemon does get taken out by Adbon. Jake trying to find a kill here on the back line. Adbon now just being left by his lonesome. He does have Cage. Has plenty of life left in him to just be annoying in this back line. As Parasite goes down once again, the rest is getting weak as well. Foley able to find that kill.
It seems like Philadelphia just cleaning up the rest of the Pittsburgh team while they can here. Only one fight left to go for this point. Pittsburgh still not regrouped, but looks like Lemon pushing in pretty far up. almost asking to get picked early here, as he has been before.
Yeah. I mean, let's watch the Emery. We are gonna have some ults come in. The Nano does get popped. Orisa ult
Kitsune's
comes out
out.
as well. They have matching the Kitsunes. That is going to be 3 ults coming out from the side of Pit. They are trying to flip this. They're able to do so. And both support ults from the side of Philly coming out as well. Nice flip coming out from Pit, but pretty expensive fight.
Yeah, it looks like Philadelphia saving on to their ults here, knowing that they have another shot at this. Letting Pittsburgh just throw them all away.
Yeah, I mean, you have Cage Blossom coming up, so maybe that could be massive. As well as this Emery ult. But looking to take some space here with that Juno ring. Adbon's going to charge in. Jake and Lemon both popping this Emery ult. The Cage does come out. Can they find anything?
Not getting anyone.
Not able to find anything in the Cage, and we do have a Maga copy as well.
Here comes Blossom, not being able to get anyone. Lemon taking out Foliage as he blossoms.
Yeah, and Jake just gets taken out by that Cage. Huge wins from Pittsburgh to just sustain through those ults. And now they go up 2-1 here.
It's coming into match point for Pittsburgh here. If they want to end this game fast, they have to win this now. Philadelphia all together trying to block Pittsburgh from even getting close to the point here. And it seems like they're becoming pretty successful, taking out Parasite, but losing Jake in the process.
I feel like Parasite's just been having an unfortunate run every time, just getting picked off early, and both supports actually going down for the side of Pitt. Philadelphia just continuing to keep this pressure.
Now it's a matter of who's actually going to go cap the point. Philadelphia getting there first.
Having a huge pick coming out from Orisa.
Going down. As we see Cat Yada trying to get an ult off there. Doing some pretty good damage onto Adbon. Taking them out before their Juno's ult gets to them. You know Taco wants that ult back.
Oh, yeah.
Did not really help them in that situation there. A little bit too late. As we're going in, Pittsburgh has control of the point and control of the ult economy.
That they do. I mean, you're going to come up on Rush here in just a little bit. You also have Rush with this Emery ult. That is going to be pretty solid win con there from Pitt. Both of the ults come out. The rushes are in. Emery pops his ult. Lemon trying to play spoiler here on this push from Philadelphia. Foliage, though, able to find a big kill onto that Echo. Lemon's still alive, though. Parasite with a trade. Adbon taking out Parasite. Orisa still contesting, being annoying, continuing this progress, and Cage gets canceled by the
Ajax! Adbon, no.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
that's so unfortunate.
Pittsburgh canceling out Adbon's Cage there. Hanging on to the point. As we see, just trying to get some of these stragglers out. Their Juno flying around, being an annoying little mosquito. And it works out as the rest of Philadelphia gets back. Jake taking out ult, getting 2. Foliage taking out the tank. And flipping the point for them.
Yeah, that was scary for a second for Philly. That was almost the map right there, but huge plays coming out from Foliage and Jake, and they also burned copy in the process, so solid stuff. We do have the Orisa ult coming out here in just a little bit, or it's about to be ready, and we do have the Reaper ult, the Blossom, which also could be annoying. Unfortunately, that Cage would have been huge, but that gets taken out. Blossom does come out pretty early, able to find one
Taking out Lemon.
An unfortunate boop there. And Kiri able to take out the Echo as well. I think this might be Philly's point. Let me not caster curse it, but looks like they're just backing up. They're going to play for that final point.
And knock on some wood, bro. Knock on some wood there.
Wait. Yeah, no. Lucio doesn't touch. Orisa's going to have to force her way in if she wants to, but it's not going to be the case. You don't have that Javelin spin. You did opt to grab that shield. So
Yeah, it is not worth it for them as we go into point number 5. The last
point
one.
5. And into the yellow room for my producer, the GOAT.
Big shout out to Andrew Ninja for streaming this match as we get into our last point here on Sarabasa.
We do have both support ults for the side of Philly, so the ult economy, I think, still in favor of Pitt. Orisa ult does come out. It looks like we're going to have a bit more of a Q fest here. Another Ray comes out for the side of Philly. Adwan able to clean up with that Ray.
This time, Orbital Ray helping them out a little bit more.
Yeah, helping out. The copy comes out as well. Adwan still just being so annoying, but it looks like it might cost him here. He does get a little bit of help. Copy's still out, but I don't think you're going to be able to get that ult in time.
Trades are looking pretty even right now as the point is still stalled.
Yep,
As we see both supports out coming out from Pittsburgh with the Kitsune coming out from Philly. Pittsburgh cleaning up here, having that extra shield from Lucio's ult there.
Yeah, and Foliage actually able to find some exit picks here. Lemon getting a little bit overzealous. So, unfortunate pick there. Now Philly, they're going to try to take some space here. They know that Lemon's coming off spawn. And he's the close one to ult. Adwan going to charge in, probably look for an early cage here as he gets aggressive.
He's taking out one of the backline members, exactly what they need in this situation here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if Philadelphia plays it smart, they don't have to pop any ults here. Save that for a later fight.
They do not. Adwan's trying to find some exit picks as well. With the help of Jake, they are able to take out Lemon once again. Going to be 4 ults for the side of Billy, and on the other side, I mean, you have the Orisa ult, you have Emre's ult. That's gonna be big. Orisa pushing through main. We do have the cage coming out.
Their backline cage is out.
God.
This is huge for Philly, taking out 3, but wasting 3 or using 3 ults in the process. I wouldn't exactly call that a waste, as Nerb goes and opts to fall off the map to respawn with the team.
Yeah, and the stagger as well with Lemon. He is going to get that spawn with Ned, so not really the worst thing in the world. But you don't have any support ults if you are Pitt.
Last fight territory here.
This is last fight. You do have that Ray. The Ray is going to get popped. We are going to possibly see a Kitsune as well. Orisa ult comes out. What can they find here? The Suzu gets thrown in by Jinsei. A copy in. A beat goes through as well. We copied Maga once again. Pitt,
Now
they
it's
have
all
to try to
about
flip this here.
the picks here.
And they are
Philadelphia
able to flip the point.
backing out.
They know they have another fight if they can stay alive. Cage comes out for half a second. Lemon able to clean up Jake. That's actually a huge pick, and Taco going down as well. That's your speed.
Pittsburgh trying to hold some space here, as it looks like some Philadelphia members coming around the side.
Yeah,
but unfortunately not going unnoticed.
No, but they do have Advan here, and the Kitsune could get popped as well. Advan is going to find that touch. We are going to be seeing an OT for this round 5 in Slash Point. Reaper does find that first pick. We do have a Kitsune match, but Atlantic's
oh my god,
out
Pittsburgh
as well.
is falling.
Goes down. Pitt is going down. It's just Orisa left by her lonesome, and Kiri cleans up shop for the round 5 in this Flashpoint, and Philadelphia tie up the series 1-1.
Oh my god. What a game.
Wow. I mean, we expected this, right? You know, we expected it to be close. And this has got to be what just happened at the end. Jinsei's been hitting things left, right, and center. Yeah, literally. Taking out the Kiri. And Advan being so annoying. Taking out the Echo as well. Does find that Orisa. It doesn't show it at the end, unfortunately. But huge stuff from the side of Philly to tie the series.
Huge indeed. That was such a fun match to watch. I don't know about you guys, chat, but I could never tell what was going on. The point could have gone either way. The map could have gone either way, I think. But Philadelphia takes in a much needed win for their series against Pittsburgh here.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I did say it was must win. It's looking scary, but I feel like it was looking scary on both ends. You know, they would have some fights where the dry fights just went in their favor, but then like for Philadelphia at least, but then you see Pitt just coming out of nowhere and finding 3 or 4 almost immediately, and it was really close. It was really close on almost every single point. There wasn't a huge sweep on any of them, in my opinion. So yeah, it's something we like to see. Now the ball is in Pittsburgh's court. They get to pick the map and have that first ban. What do you think they're thinking here? What's their idea? I personally would find an escort map if I were them.
Yeah,
I
I was
do
about to
think
say,
that Lemon is gonna be so annoying on escort.
I think their speed was working with them. So being able to find some sort of map that they could have the space that they need to move fast and move around Philadelphia will definitely help them get another win here as they work to try to get that the third map win for a best of 5. But I don't know. I feel like this game is so close that no matter what happens and what bans are made, like it's gonna be almost an equal match either way. It's definitely rough on them.
So the Bastion's gonna be back in play for Jake. That's something to look out for. Diva's gonna be back in play for Cat. So I mean, who knows? But I think you do something where you can really punish with that Diva. Adbon is gonna have Zarya, so you do have something to match that.
Yeah, that's true.
But I really think that you work around Diva and you work around Lemon. Lemon can continue to punish. Also, that I mean, they're all playing really well, right? I do think that Parasite is kind of getting in some unfortunate situations where he's ended up getting blooded as that speed, as that main support Lucio player. But we are going to be heading into a Dorado. And we saw the monkey from Adbon for a little bit. I do think Cat was playing the monkey a little bit better. This might actually favor Pitt a little bit.
Yeah, and you're talking about Parasite kind of getting caught out in the open a lot. It seems like Adbon is having that a similar situation there, where his team is just either dead or not there to back him up. But in some cases, that works out as he rushes into the backline and gets a pick or two. Other cases, he's out there alone fighting a 1v5 with his team nowhere to be found. So we'll see.
Both
if
players
that
were mentioning,
works.
I feel like, if Parasite's going down, it's because Adbon's pushing in and just finding that kill, right? And on the other side, if Parasite's able to get away, that's when Adbon just kind of gets ripped. So it's a battle of fruition. Who can stay alive longer, literally. I think both teams know how to play the game very well, and on a map like Dorado, these high grounds are going to be super important. Like I said, we are going to see the Bastion again, but now we're going to be looking at bans. Don't think anything's been typed just yet. Waiting to see if the rushes are locked, but
being able to protect Parasite at that point using the information you just gave seems like a very important thing for Pittsburgh here. Let's see if they can continue to do so.
yeah, I mean, we got a Kiri ban coming out. I mean, after what we just saw, that does not surprise me one bit.
Indeed, Jinsei was destroying them. Kiri.
Jinsei was putting in God's work the entire time, but they do have quite a bit of time on Ana as well, so they have that in the back pocket. If you're not gonna have a Kiri, Ana's a really good pick. Now, that being said, Hit does like their dive quite a bit. At least from what I saw from the tank's POV, you do have the Tracer coming out from Lemon every once in a while as well, alongside the Echo. So
Yes.
I mean, maybe Ana's not the best choice here, but on a map like Dorado, you can make it work. I think that Kiri was so annoying. That's a really good ban from Pit.
Indeed, as we wait now for Philadelphia's ban. This gets into the weeds. Looks like Adbon speaks for Philly here, banning Widowmaker.
Widow ban. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's not something I thought they would choose, but this is a new map, completely different playstyle than some of the other maps that we've played so far. Widow could pop out and do some damage, so good on them on being proactive, making sure no one gets that one tap, because you know how it feels to get one shot by a Widow that you were not expecting.
Oh yeah. The Widow can be a menace. Had to deal with one yesterday. So they are frustrating. Do I know who would play Widow on Pit? I mean, does Lemon play Widow? I don't think I've ever seen it, but it is a good ban, honestly. Keep Admon from being forced to play Monkey. I don't think he's a bad Monkey, but I just don't think he wants to run that matchup, especially into the Diva.
Traveling to Dorado.
So it makes sense.
Initiating match.
Indeed, as we finally get on to Dorado, we're going to see Pittsburgh on the attacking side for the first half. Such a beautiful map.
Oh, Dorito.
Ready for battle.
What a map. We are going to see a Diva mirror. Hold on.
Look
Am I seeing a rat junk?
They're going on Buns' favorite thing ever.
Oh,
The
he's
junk
just
rat
shooting
here.
over.
It's either just for the troll, knowing that we're casting this map, or maybe just for fun, who knows.
God, who plays Junkrat anymore? I'm so bored, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As
They're
we
in the
see
chat
some
trying to coach him.
friendly banter, trying to get the Junkrat bombs a little further to hit some of these people, but swapping off from the Junkrat onto a Hanzo now as we enter the initial push. Adbon sitting alone up here on the closer building, dropping down, able to get a pick on Lemon before getting out with the 1v1 with Cat Yada here.
Yep.
That one pick enough to push Pittsburgh off the point for now.
Yeah, I mean, Admon finding huge value, taking out Lemon. Ned on this Hanzo could be kind of annoying as well, but running that double sniper with the Wu Young and the Ana. You aren't going to see Kiri. It was banned out. That's going to be big and very annoying. You are going to see Admon fall very low there. Able to get away with his life for now. Just continuing to play spoiler to this Pittsburgh push.
Barely getting there. Cat Yada taking out Jinsei's turret healing thing. Like,
Yeah, the
pylon.
pylon.
Oh my god, I could not figure out what it was called.
Yeah. Jake finding a kill on
there.
Lemon. Yeah.
Pushing to our first choke point here. Pittsburgh's down a support player.
They are down to support. Diva is out of mech. They're staggering her. Finally able to find that pick. Is Jinsei. To no surprise. It's disgusting on the Alari as well.
Jinsei's proving to be a very important member of this roster, getting a lot of the cleanup kills for Philadelphia. As we see Bob coming out from Lemon. Adbon coming out of their mech and dying at the hands of Lemon's rifle. Lemon also taking out Jake as Neb trying to get a dragon out. Get some damage, killing Jinsei in the process. Foliage also being hit down by Parasite. They have an easy walk to finish out this initial point here.
And they do. We are coming up on 5 ults for the side of Philly. And we expended both DPS ults to find that first capture for Pitt. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left on the clock in this first round to try to capture the second point. That's a pretty solid amount of time. You do see the Bastion ult come out just to try to stall for a little bit.
Not really
Ilari
getting any
ult
damage
coming out
here.
as well.
Diva Bomb's coming out on the side of Cat Yada, and also from Adbon. Adbon's actually getting one. Taking out their Hanzo here
Yeah, and I think
as trades
Ned was,
back and forth happen.
Ned was focused on trying to kill Ilari while trying to not be sunstruck, and then just catches a bomb to the mouth. Unfortunate situation from him. But now only 3 minutes left on the clock. We do see a swap coming out. Bastion on to Freya. And I do like that swap. You know, being annoying on that high ground as Freya. Freya's just such a powerful character. We do see the Winston coming out
Disgusting.
as well from Kayada. So Nano is popped. Is that Nano Diva? Nano Diva. The anti comes through with Foliage, able to find a kill on to Hanzo. Parasite getting taken out as well on that Ana. Now just trying to find some stagger kills. Zuyon gets taken out as well. Adbon, can he get away with his life? It looks like he is going to be able to do so. So a nice hold coming in from Philly.
Yeah,
Burning
and that
another
was-
minute on the clock.
For them, that wasn't a lot of wasted resources too. Only really using like 2 players on their team to clean up the Pittsburgh entire roster pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you only use Nano. And with the Nano passive, you know, you already get 25%. So they're already coming up on Nano again. Wu Yang ult does get used. The bomb has to come out from Adbon, but unfortunately he's not able to get away with his life.
High ground's cleared out by Neb. Philadelphia's falling now. As Pittsburgh takes back control of the point, pushing in to get the last of the stragglers.
This on for size.
Yeah. Foliage has been holding on to this ult the entire time. I don't know if he's using it maybe a revive. An on-around ult. We do have Bullet coming out as well. Bob is going to come through. The Nano as well. Taco.
Bob's
with a
kind of
huge
just
lead.
sitting there though, not really doing much.
Bob is showing his aura. Bully is able to find that res at least. So that's going to be the on-run ult used, and used rather well. As they still stall this point. Only a minute left on the clock. Nano on board for the side of Philly. We do have Primal if they wanted to continue to keep this pressure, but Jake able to find a huge pick on Kayada.
Cat not able to pop out their primal in time here, dying rather quickly as they get into that back line. The space needed for their team to push up to capture the point. Going into the chat saying, I pressed Q, bruh.
Sure you did, pal.
30 seconds.
Sure you did. Well, the Q is not popped, unfortunately, but you still have it. You have 20 seconds left, and like it's just wasted. You know, that's not how Winston ult works. Nano does come through for the side of Philly. Adbon just now being so annoying, able to find 2 picks there. They have to peel for him, and that's now 10 seconds remaining. You do still have the primal. It looks like it's going to get popped. Lemon.
Primal is what they
pick
need
up Adbon.
to get onto the point here. Able to contest it at the last second here, causing an overtime, but not really any support from the Pittsburgh line here. As
Yeah.
the rest of the ults are coming out from Philadelphia, cleaning out Pittsburgh.
I mean, a huge defense coming out from the side of Philly there. This point's so hard to get past, especially having that high ground. Only really 2 ways you can go there.
Switching
So,
sides.
truly unfortunate from Pitt, but they were at least able to find that first capture, and they had the time. They just unfortunate situations. I feel like that Winston pick towards the end for Philly was huge.
Yeah, I was about to say, and where everything went wrong for them was when Cat Yada unfortunately couldn't get a primal off and being gunned down pretty much instantaneously as they went into the back line, creating space. And they just weren't able to stall enough time for their team to get back onto the point, push it all the way through.
Oh yeah, I think, yeah, like you said, it was big. I do think if he popped the rival, maybe we saw a cap, maybe, but the nanos were massive, and you know having that Ana on board versus having the Kiri, it's working because you don't have a Kiri, right? Kiri's banned, so
Yeah,
things we like to see.
that was the thing they needed here. As we see their Junkrat trying to do the same thing over here, trying to get some early picks before the doors open. Unfortunately, bombs don't go high enough for that.
1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah,
As foliage comes back onto the Honoron.
You're a lifesaver.
Running very similar comps here. You know, for Philly, this was working.
and repeat that Echo. Echo coming back out. I think we definitely like to see. I do think Advon has been matching that diva really well. And they're looking to find some more success here on this attacking side. They're getting aggressive on that height. We do see Brig come out for Parasite. I like the swap. Maybe just try to take off this pressure for Ana.
Yeah, a very classic, tested and true support lineup there. And Brig, Ana helping them out here. As we see it work its magic there. Unfortunately, Jake being able to take out the Ana anyways.
Yeah, but Advon goes down. That's a trade. That's definitely a trade of all time. Lemon cleaning up that kill there. Jake, though, able to find two. And Boldy getting aggressive with this on-run. They're not going to take some more space here. Jake does go down, but still continuing to push this payload. And Advon already back into the fight. Bob does go out, though, for Lemon.
Do want to say Philadelphia is pushing a lot faster than what Pittsburgh was. Pittsburgh knows that the more time that they, or the faster that they push, the more time it gives them to cap the second point, which is exactly what they don't need here.
Oh yeah, 100%. And the Winston swap comes in as well for Kayada.
Back in it as Nano Diva comes in. Brig popping their ult here, trying to keep their team up and alive. Lemon falling to Advon
Bomb gets
as
popped.
it's starting to become a Q-fest. Bomb finds one.
Wait! Oh, the sleep was huge. The sleep was huge for Taco. He's able to just guarantee the kill for Advon there with that bomb. And now, yeah, I mean, just a little bit more time on the bank for the side of Philly. That it had about right around the same, right? Maybe like 15-20 seconds more, but still solid progression. And now you got to see Pitt try to restabilize here as Winston goes in and immediately dies. Bit ambitious there.
Kind of second time this has happened to them, trying to dive the back line. Not really finding much success with that.
Advon's doing a little bit of the same. Gets a little bit overzealous. Gets taken out and punished by Lemon. Jake, though, able to take out Parasite. Those are the two we were talking about, those early bloods, but Winston already back. About 40 more meters to go for for Philly, excuse me. And Jake with these big picks on this Freya, he's been such a problem. And they have Bulla, they have the on-run ult, they have Alari. They're coming up on all five for both ends. We do see a Winston Nano come through, and Ana able to take out the Alari as well.
Works well out here, as taking out pretty much Philadelphia's entire backline there. Only got one or two left to worry about.
Advon getting staggered as well. And we just saw it happen. For Philly, they were able to hold on. Now Pick, can they do the same? It expended the Nano. We are going to have Nano coming up here in just a second. Almost all 5 ults coming out for the side of Philly. We do see the Onron ult coming out along with the Bulla from... That was huge, a huge combo coming through. Bob comes out. But
I almost can't follow what's going on. There's so many ults happening in so many different places.
yeah, the Bob gets
being
burned.
taken
Adbon
down.
able to take out Brig as well. Winston just going to be the only one alive here, trying to stall. They do have the ult, and this time, Kayada does not miss. Able to find the primal, find the kill on the foliage. The copy gets burned as well for Adbon.
Let's say that was a great sleep by Lanix, taking out the Nano Diva for a few seconds, letting that Nano burn itself away. Probably, honestly, saving them the point.
Honestly, and now you have the Ilario. On the other side, you have Rally. A minute 21 left on the clock. Adbon falling low. And Adbon getting out of mech. Still alive for now. They're going to try to look to punish this here soon. Or just keep him out of mech. Now the backline's getting dove by that Winston. He kind of has free real estate. He does get inside, but still alive.
The peel
Jake with
is
a
real.
huge kill on the Lemon.
Philadelphia protecting their own, being able to stay alive, taking out both DPS on the other side as we get ults popping out, hitting 2 with the Sunstruck. They just got to get 1 to pop.
Yeah, and you force the rally. Unfortunately, Jake goes down. The Nano comes out once again. Only 4 meters left to push this point. 30 seconds. Can they do it? Winston coming in for the contest once again. The Symmetra swap paying dividends, though, for the side of Pittsburgh. And they could possibly have one more touch. They are going to stagger this Alari. Lemon getting taken out in the process, but huge stuff.
Now,
Huge
only
hold
15 seconds left.
Oh, we see
We're
the Doom.
waiting just to get one last touch here to see if it works. But Philadelphia is in desperate mode. Adbon going to the true and tried tank of Doomfist. Getting pretty much mauled down though, barely escaping with his life. Foliage falls.
Nano comes in, Doom approaches. The sleep, Taco, able to stop that Winston for just a little bit. The stall is in from Adbon. Jinsei goes down, swapping to that Lucio. It's gonna be a 3v5 here. Lemon able to take out Jake. Doom still alive, but gets taken out. Lemon cleaning up. And Pit holding on to take map number 3.
Unfortunately, wasn't enough. It was so close. Philadelphia being able to hold that point for much longer. Only 3 meters of a difference there. Just a kill or 2 more, and they could have got it. Unfortunately, that isn't the case as Pittsburgh take map 3 and put them on match point.
Those are good swaps coming out at the end. The Symmetra to TP in, and honestly really good into D.Va, so good stuff.
Indeed, yeah. Basically mauled down the entire team at the last second when they needed it most.
Honestly, what won them the game, I think, was Parasite staying alive there in the back with Lanix, right? They got hit
Oh, for sure.
by the
yes.
Ilario ult. Parasite
Yeah.
able to pop that rally, stay alive, not get hit.
And you know, I want to point out that was 2 ults on them. Both the Freya ult hit, I believe it was the Brig in the back there, and then immediately being hit by Sunstruck, and yet they both still stayed alive. So that was like 2 ults on those 2 support players in the back, and yet they stayed up. That survivability helped them out all the way to the end.
Oh yeah, I do think. I mean, maybe you flip it around, right? If you have the Freya ult first, maybe you slow them down, and then or no, you had the Freya ult first, you slowed them down to get the Ilario ult. Maybe you pop the Ilario ult, then hit them with Freya to do the damage to get the Sunstruck. Like maybe hindsight's 2020. I don't know. Either way, it was a good strat. But Parasite going big, having that rally was huge for them, and they were able to stay alive and be able to come in with the recontest. Very, very close map. once again. If you are just now tuning in, Pitt able to go up 2-1 in the series. Philly taking that Suravasa flashpoint. We are going to be heading into a map number 4, which we are waiting on a map pick. It is now Philadelphia in the driver's seat. That was Pitt's map pick. So they had an idea what they
Good on
wanted to
them.
do, and they executed.
Yeah, unfortunately not able to get all the way to the end of the map like they wanted for that safety, but did not matter as they took the win anyways. Now,
We're going to be seeing a scrims row.
tried and true scrims row. Kings Row obviously being the favorite pick of pretty much everyone in the Ruby League, if not across the entirety of United Rogue Overwatch. But
We're seeing a sub.
oh, who for who? We're gonna see Calypso go in for Lanix here on support.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't hate it. Unfortunately, I can't see a profile, but I don't hate it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
So
Maybe they had something cooking up. You
Yeah.
know, they are up 2-0.
Calypso is a Champ 5 support there. So hopefully that puts them in. It looks like that will be helping them out.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see
As
what
we
we're
get-
looking at. Mercy. Uh-oh. This could be game. Listen, I don't care about a caster skirts, okay? You give Lemon a Mercy pocket?
You know, that
Hell
was
yeah,
something that Jack and I were talking about in the podcast going into this week. Lemon with a Mercy pocket is probably the most terrifying thing that I could think of in this league right now.
Yeah, I would be mucho scared. I will say Lemon's Tracer's been kind of cooking. I feel like they've kind of stabilized the hit scan a little bit. The Ashe was doing pretty well. I think the Emery was kind of 50-50. Jake's been matching it pretty well. But that Mercy is going to be a difference maker. Now, that being said, with it being King's Row, what are we going to see from them? I don't know. But
It's true.
we do have a
Philadelphia
Ramatra ban.
opting to ban Ramatra, as we just stated. Waiting on the ban from Pittsburgh here.
Yeah, Ramatra ban. Ramatra taken out back. Can I see a Rhine duel, please? Just kidding. We know it's not happening. One can dream. Okay, one can dream.
One
This
can
is an
dream.
emerald.
Torb 1v1, please.
Or 1v1, exactly.
We can only
Sure,
hope.
surely we see a cat duel. Okay, we have cat now. That's the funny
Oh,
character that just fly around, be annoying. That would
yeah, I don't think we've seen
we
that
probably
yet.
we
so far
probably
in the stream
stalled the
matches.
stream for an hour. But you know what? We got to see it happen at least once.
At least once. You're right. Yeah, at least once. Seems we're still waiting here.
We got Pitt on
With
the
the sub,
clock.
they're probably just getting things situated on their side. They do have a time limit though, as it seems like they realize that now, as Pittsburgh is opting to ban Juno.
Huh. Interesting. Muy interesante. Now, for Philly, Kiri's back. Okay, that Kiri on Jinsei was paying dividends, going crazy. I honestly think, knowing that Calypso was coming in, I would have instantly gone for the Mercy ban. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that might have been a guarantee for me. Maybe you're saving it for map 5. Who knows? But
But also, map 5 isn't guaranteed by them.
yeah, it's not guaranteed. Exactly.
So,
So I would
Pittsburgh
be doing
is
everything
up
that I can.
2-1.
It is up to 1.
Figure out how things go here. All right. Looks like Pittsburgh is going to be attacking first. As we start to enter King's Row. Like I said, pretty much most of the server's favorite map, but unfortunately our producer's most hated map by far.
No producer. L's in the chat. Just kidding. We love Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't say that. If you say it, I'm banning you, even though I'm not a mod. All right. We love Andrew
I won't
on
ban
these
you.
parts.
I won't ban you. L's in the chat for that. He doesn't know quality. He's yapping my ear off right now behind the scenes.
Yep, gun to our head, telling us to never play this map again.
But not his choice, as it is now between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Getting into potentially the final map of the series.
Definitely a possibility, as we are going to have Pitt on attack, trying to set the pace, trying to set the tone here.
We called it seeing Calypso. JK, I was just gonna say they're on Mercy, but they just swapped.
Maybe they're just looking around. Maybe they just want to see.
Calling my bluffs. Yeah, it seems like they're still figuring out their roster, but they have time to do that. They are on attack. Philadelphia, on the other hand,
heroes.
running Queen, Bastion, Venture, Ana, and Kiri.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, there it is.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
We got Calypso. Pocketing Lemon, like I said, probably the scariest thing that you can see in this league right now.
100%. Now, we are going to see them start to get aggressive. Queen going pretty weak. Lemon finding all of the space. Already 30% ult charge. Make that 40 as 2 picks go down. Foliage on the tried and true Venture getting taken out by that cast. And Kiri going down as well. Lemon.
Oh, Lemon.
Going massive with the Pharah help just to clean up shop. Yeah, Mercy Pocket.
There
What do you expect?
was no shot. Like, there was just no way they were living through that. And not only that, Cat Yada is getting some exit picks here. As no one sits on the payload yet.
We're gonna see 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. I mean, just an immediate capture on King's Row. I feel like that sometimes can be fairly common. Attacking, at least on that first point, as soon as you find a pick, it's pretty easy. You do see the Maga coming out from Adbon now, that Queen getting put back. He charges in, trying to find some kills here. We already see 2 ults in the bank for Pitt. Taco able to find a nice trade. Jake getting taken out though. 4v4, the res is coming through, the Sigma is back up, and that is the perk of having a Mercy.
Yeah, it does not matter that they were gone because they are back in the fight.
Back in.
I do want to say also, what a great lamp by Taco. Pretty much the only thing keeping Adbon alive through this fight right now.
Yeah, we were gassing Jinsei quite a bit with that Kiryu. Taco's actually been playing really well this series, so I have to give him props.
What a Suzy by Jinsei. Pretty much canceling the entirety of Cat Yada's ult here. As we get some other ults, Window and Kitsune coming out from the side of Philadelphia. Pittsburgh still able to push the cart straight through the ult. Does not matter to them.
Yeah, they just have not had an answer to this aggression coming out from Pittsburgh. The King's Row was the pick of Philly, but Pitt, they were ready for it. And I mean, Mercy just sitting on the cart, pushing this. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock for now until they get that extra minute and a half. That's going to be another 5 minutes to try to find this last bit. And they haven't had an answer for the Pharah. I don't think Pharah's died once. You know, we've been gassing up the Lemon Mercy Pocket,
I think you're
but
correct on that, yeah.
yeah, Pharah just being so annoying. You do see Reaper TPing up. This could be that caster curse. I lied. Mercy is there, ready and waiting to protect Ned.
Calypso being a almost pivotal swap over here for them.
Oh yeah, I mean, the amount of confidence they're playing with now, just having that damage boost. I mean, oh my god, Lemon snapping on an ad bomb there. Insane stuff from him. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. They only got a little bit longer to go.
Lemon cannot get enough kills right now. He is on fire.
Yeah.
As you see,
Okay, so we
Advon
just see
trying to get out, almost getting booped out. High Noon comes out along with Barrage, both of them finding one. Cat Yada getting one with his ult, or with Sigma's ult there. Round one being complete with 4 minutes left to spare. That is a lot of time to have an ending.
Insane.
Philadelphia has to do a lot to be able to stay into the series.
Yeah, that whole push, you know, Philly lost that with relative ease. The Mercy definitely showing why they're champ 5 peak, and Lemon showing why he's the #1 DPS on console. Insane. You know, having that aim assist hit scan with a Mercy pocket, I don't think there's anything better. Yeah, but we're gonna be heading into this next round. We are gonna see Philly try to match what was just done by Pittsburgh and try to do it with some time. You know, you can obviously cap with an OT, but you want to try to get some time on the clock. You want to have at least, you know, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to make something happen, build up some ults. We are going to see the Sierra coming out from foliage. We are going to see a Widow as well. Maybe the Widow could find a pick. The Widow could be annoying for the Flyers.
Yeah, you're right. Realistically, this Mercy, as we were talking about from Calypso, has been a pivotal move for Pittsburgh. Getting rid of the Mercy in any fight would be probably priority #1 for Philadelphia going into this attack here. As you see Jake trying to get a pick off the side with a Widowmaker. Unfortunately, has not been able to find one yet. Pittsburgh taking it safe, playing on the back end here.
Yeah, Admon though, able to take out Sigma. Yada getting blooded. Ned though, able to capitalize on the pick with Widow down. Jinsei though, that Kiri, such a problem on the map. And Pitt, they have to back up now. They're down a tank. They weren't in any position to get a res off, which I probably wouldn't have gone for that anyways. But it looks like a retest is going to come through. Sigma is back in time. Jinsei gets taken out of pause. I think that might have been a disconnect, which very unfortunate.
Fortunately, a pause going out here. We will update you on what happened in just a second once we find out. But yeah, Philadelphia not really having a good position there. Seeming like all kind of be trying to cover for their tank in the back room. Tank being taken out did not help them out here, and they just immediately had to retreat.
Yeah, no, Pitt having to retreat there. It was going to be good. I think the disconnect kind of plays spoiler to this push. Because Jinsei, I mean, not only they disconnect, but they got taken out there. So just really unfortunate stuff for Philly. And up. Yeah. They died.
It's
And then they DC'd. So.
Yeah, funny thing from Jinsei there. But only a couple more pushes left to go. Philadelphia was not looking too hot in the first half of Kings Row here. And it seems like they are rushing. Ooh. Jinsei's power is completely out, apparently, as we look to try to either get a sub in or wait for the power to come on. We're about to find out. Oh, they cannot get a sub in. I almost forgot my own rulebook.
Wow.
But power is coming back on. Power is coming back on. We are We are waiting a little bit. But yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Admon is. I was also confused by this. Reading the in-game chat here sometimes can be confusing for us casters or on the prod side, and also confusing for the enemy team because Ro is just spitting out random numbers for no reason. But only a couple minutes to wait. It seems like, as you guys know how long it takes to turn on your computer, relaunch Overwatch, get back into the private lobby.
And the router and the modem.
Oh, I didn't even think about the
Oh wait, hold on.
All
This
that.
guy lives at NASA apparently. Okay.
the fastest internet startup I've ever seen in my life.
That's actually insane. I think my modem would have taken 4 to 6 business years to boot up. Yeah, that's a whole power outage.
Yeah,
Insane.
Jinsei's already back in the lobby here.
You know what? We love that.
That's-
We love that.
Oh, it's just the power strip. Okay.
Oh.
So they just like
okay.
plugged the thing into their wall.
That
instead.
makes sense.
It seems like.
Have you tried putting it in
Unfortunate,
rice?
indeed.
That's what I would have done. Yeah, I mean, so going back on what was just happening, really they had that pressure. They had an early pick on a Sigma. Sigma's able to come back and get a free pick on a Jinsei who ends up disconnecting anyways. So you know what? It is what it is. Still kind of a weird situation for Sigma being the only one close to this point. You did see Pitt start to back up, but maybe looking to hold on here and have a defensive hold. Foliage able to get away with his life. We see an anti coming in from Taco, immediately Suzu'd by Parasite. And Widow is going to be taken out by that Sigma.
Yeah,
And they weren't able to find that second Sig either.
The unfortunate part of Jinsei disconnecting is they lose their ult charge here.
That they
Not
do.
that it mattered too much as they die instantly anyways. Philadelphia looks like they had the upper hand initially, but at this point, no longer, as Pittsburgh cleaning up some of these Philadelphia players.
God, and Lemon was just trying to be annoying. With
Adbom's
Jinsei.
just sitting in the back corner here, finally being found by the rest of Pittsburgh. And still able to get a pick.
That is a good pick. I do think Mercy should be able to res that, and it's a bit unfortunate there. It was a nice little pick, but the Mercy being annoying once again. And Lemon able to find a pick onto Jake. Jake's having a bit of a rough one here. Not really able to find any footing, and the disconnect sucks. I mean, it's really unfortunate.
yeah.
Not much you can do about that. The Widow swap does come in once again and try to find an early engagement, but they're playing the line of sight. They know better. The Sigma shield does go down. Hazard ult does come through. We are going to be able to take out Lemon. We do have Valkyrie popped as well, and that is going to be 3 kills to the side
So
of
getting the res
Philly.
onto Cat Yada
Yep, Cat Yada able to come back.
doesn't
But-
really do much though.
Yeah, not enough to say. And Widow finding picks, Foliage finding a kill as well. Finally, we are going to see Philadelphia capturing this point.
That's better.
Objective A captured.
Now that it's captured, they have already less time than what it would take
There's some good.
for the entirety of the overtime here.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta get all the way to the end as fast as possible.
yeah. Got all the way to the end, not have that OT before. Sadvon, though, going down early. Takes 4, but they're able to do it. Lemon able to find a second kill as well. Foliage is trying to get out. A bit of a hard matchup for him going against Lemon with a Mercy pocket, but still just being annoying. They are able to get the sights out from Jake.
You know, the sites are useful here, but not really doing much for them.
Yeah,
as
They're
they're just
getting
at the
that
choke
info.
point.
Yeah, the choke is being held. The Diva comes in. The Nano comes through. Sigma is going to pop Flux. Try to get Advon out of mech with that Nano. Rock comes through, not able to find anything. Hands comes out as well. The Pharah ult gets burned. They are able to get Advon out of the mech, but the Kitsune rush from Jinsei is going to be matched by Parasite. Lemon still alive, able to take out Foliage as well. And honestly, it's just going to be another hold from Pit. As Lemon able
Oh
to
my
find
God.
2 snaps on the Advon there. Jake getting a little bit of an exit pick, but gets taken out by
Lemon
Lemon.
just feels like BM at this point.
Yeah, this is
Taking
insane.
out everyone every single fight. Occasionally other members of the Pittsburgh roster getting some time to shine, but Lemon taking out most of the kills here.
Yeah, I mean, insane stuff from him. And we have the Symmetra coming out as well. Just to be so annoying, the counter swaps to Advon, who's been trying to do as much as he can, but Lemon taking out Jake there. Huge pick from him once again. We're going to be saying it time and time again. The Valk comes out from Calypso just to put pressure on this Philadelphia lineup. They're holding on, only a minute 20 left on the clock.
Just staring all at this defense from Pittsburgh, as it's basically a brick wall that Philadelphia is trying to ram their head into. It's just not really working out for them. As we see,
But they're able to take out the lobby admin at
swaps. Advon's bomb finding one, but obviously Calypso trying to get the res and fails. Jake taking out Calypso, which is something that they desperately need to get something going here.
Finally, they're able to hold on. It all starts with a pick on Lemon. You know, you kill lobby admin, you are able to take some space. You're able to take out the Mercy. The Mercy swap actually comes in, so and now's your time. 30 seconds left on the clock. They got to try to find a capture here and find it quickly. Lemon, though, able to find a pick on a Foliage. The Nano Diva comes out once again. Symmetra's just burning through this. Diva is going to lose that mech. Jinsei, though, able to find a pick onto Lemon and finds Yada as well. Ned still alive, though, with the Symmetra. Only 10 seconds left on the clock. This could be the final fight here. The Symmetra comes out as well. Jake just trying to stay alive, has some help with his Ana and Kiri. Kitsune Rush is coming out from both ends as well. But can the castle find anything? We do have an overclock as well, but the trades come in. Overclock gets taken out. Sigma trying to play spoiler, as well as Lemon. Advon last alive, and Lemon calls game. GG's. Pittsburgh Phantoms taking it 3-1.
GG again. Oh my God. Again, what a close map. But Calypso coming in for the Pittsburgh Phantoms here, pretty much sealing the deal for their victory. As we see Lemon taking play of the game. As I said, pretty much the MVP of this last map here, getting 10 kills more than the next best highest killing member on the Pittsburgh roster. But unfortunately, Philadelphia not able to smash their head through the brick wall fast enough, as Pittsburgh able to stop them right before capturing that second point.
Yeah, I mean, I said it at the beginning. I'm going to say it again. As soon as you saw Calypso come into this lobby, we are banning Mercy. Okay? Mercy with Lemon is a cheat code. And Lemon did it without the Mercy at the end too, so it really doesn't matter, I guess. But all that time that was spent just trying to push through. Obviously, the disconnect happened. It's a bit unfortunate. Maybe a little bit of checkouts coming in for the side of Philadelphia, but still they were able to rally together and find a capture with about 3.5 minutes in the time bank. So, you know, they had the time. I do think that ban would have paid dividends for them, but either way, Pittsburgh taking that map number 4 and taking the series. Really good stuff.
Yeah, you know, what is showing, especially from Pittsburgh, putting out what was power ranked to be the number 1 team here, but Pittsburgh saying screw us and taking the dub. And honestly, you almost guessed it. It was just the other way around, 3-2-1. was the final score here.
And I mean, the first 3 maps, they were all close, right? Like you had 99-99 on all the controls on Surabasa. You had a lot of close fights. It came down to the wire in that control, or not the control, in the flashpoint, excuse me. But Philadelphia able to take that map, and you go into that escort where it's just what, a 4-meter difference. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was
probably
all
even
close.
smaller than that.
But then you come to King's Row and you have a Mercy pocketed Lemon, and Mercy's pocketed Pharah. You got to see that too. The Pharah was being uncontested for the longest time. Then you see them swap to Symmetra just to force Adbon to play a little bit differently on that diva. You did see a couple different tank choices from him. As you pulled out the hazard at the beginning to try to take that space. And just a lot of different showing, but unfortunately not enough. Still a very, very solid match indeed.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this series because we enjoyed casting it here. We're going to sign off here from United Rogue Overwatch. I hope you guys had a great time. See you guys next week.